Hare Krishna everyone, welcome to Srila Prabhupada Book Reading Club. So today is Gita Jayanti. So on this Mokshada day, Ekadashi, Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita to the Arjuna. So like today, we can make some promises to ourselves. First is that we must like a chant, like one who is wanted to take initiation or one who is initiated, they must chant the 25 rounds, and this 25 rounds is a duty, and beyond this 24 rounds whatever you are chanting, that it is calculated as the extra rounds. Okay, so and like for the devotees who are chanting 16 rounds, or who are chanting 8 rounds or 10 rounds, they can increase their time chanting or their rounds, because this is in a twice a month, this is the sale given by the Krishna, and whatever small service you perform to Krishna, then Krishna become very pleased, and you will get the benefit of the 100. So you don't have to cheat Krishna by chanting the one round, and by thinking that you will get the benefit of 100 rounds. So you have to chant more, you have to read the Bhagavad Gita. As I say, I'm also reading the book, the Legacy of Love, like a biography of Haladini Devi Dasi Mataji. So he from the 2 a.m. Till the 11 a.m. she is the two very busy in preparing bhoga, making artis. She was doing 100. Then also on the each Ekadashi, she used to find a time to read all the translation and the shlokas of Bhagavad Gita. So if you have the time, and when and if you can take out the time, you can go through all the translations, because on this day if you read the if you read the translation then and the shlokas of a Bhagavad Gita, and then it is very good. Okay, it's like a cherry on a top of a cake. So it's always better. And yes, today is Ekadashi, and we also seen in in our starting purpose, by keeping the fast on Ekadashi, we can control our senses. Okay, so let's start our today's session. So currently we are at Nectar of Devotion, 6th shloka. So anyone can revise what we learn in a 5th shloka? Hare Krishna. No one has remembered anything? So in 4th shloka, we understand that in second and third shloka, we understand that we have to associate with the devotees, and we have to give up the association of the non-devotees. So yes, then we come to know there are different levels of devotees. So we learn about the Kanishta Adhikari, who are the neophytes, and they simply start the chanting process, and they only respect the deities of a lord in a temple. They don't know how to behave, and what are the how fortunate they are that they can be they get the association of a devotees. And second is a Madhyama Adhikari. He has gone through the Harinam initiation, or a Brahmin initiation, and he is strictly following regulative principles and strictly chanting his 16 rounds. Okay, and we also see with the devotees, the Madhyama Adhikari make the friendship, and when people who are ignorant, envious, he ignores them, and for the neophytes, he show the compassion. Okay, so he do the pre-reaching. And Uttama Adhikari, I'm not qualified to speak about them. So Uttama Adhikari is they are the very great soul, and they are bona fide spiritual masters, and they are very pure in heart. They are not envious of anyone, and the most important is they are constantly thinking how they can fulfill the mission of a Lord. They are constantly engaged in a preaching activities, and in a plans to fulfill the mission of a Lord. Okay, and when we so how we can interact with this Uttamadhikari, then we have to follow, we have to take the instruction from them, and we have to follow them. Okay, so today we will start the 6th verse. Hare Krishna. Sarita Mataji or Snikta Mataji, would you like to recite the shloka?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Drishtais swabhajan janiter vapusascha daser na prakratavam इह भक्तजनस्य पश्येत् गङ्गाम भस्मं न खलु बुद्बुदाफेन पङ्कैर् ब्रह्म द्रवतम् अपगच्छति नीराध्रमैः.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Who want to read the translation?
May I continue, Mataji?
Let's give chance to everyone. Na?
Hare
Sudha
Krishna
Mataji,
Mataji.
Prabhuji, let's give chance to the Sudha Mataji. Sudha Mataji, you want to read the translation?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. 1 minute, Mataji. Being situated in his original Krishna conscious position, a pure devotee does not identify with a body. Such a devotee should not be seen from a materialistic point of view. Indeed, one should overlook a devotee having a body born in a low family, a body with a bad complexion, a deformed body, or a diseased or infirm body. According to ordinary vision, such imperfections may seem prominent in the body of a pure devotee, but despite, despite such seeming defects, the body of a pure devotee cannot be polluted. It is exactly like the waters of the Ganges, which sometimes during the rainy season are full of bubbles, foam, and mud. The Ganges water do not become polluted. Those who are advanced in spiritual understanding will bathe in the Ganges without considering the condition of the water. Mataji, should I read the
Hare
purport?
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So in this purport, like we can see, like the glorification of a pure devotees. So like we don't like we also see na hati mata, that is like what is the great offense, that like the elephant offense, that is like offending the pure devotees. So like when we like the analogy is like that, like when an elephant who is a very mad, and when he goes in a dream garden, he destroys the entire garden. So similarly, one who like offend the pure devotee of a lord, then like he destroys his entire the spiritual life. Okay. And like when you offend Krishna, Krishna can forgive you, but if you offend the pure devotees who are very dear to Krishna, Krishna is not going to forgive you. And but devotees are so compassionate, they can forgive. We also seen like the example from the Durvasa Muni and Ambrish Maharaj. Okay, when Ambrish Maharaj forgive, then only Durvasa Muni get protection. Okay, so like here, like so we don't have to offend the pure devotees. There are also offenses to the pure devotees, we have to take care of that also. So like we don't have to see like their outer body complexion, they like from which family they are, and like they have deformed body or they have some disease condition or not. So like like this pure devotees, you may think that like, oh, they are suffering from the cancer, they are suffering from all these things. Like when they are giving the initiation, they accept the like our sinful actions. So like when you are taking the initiation, so you have to be very strict in following rules and regulation, and you should be like prohibited from the any sinful action, because like that result directly goes to the guru, and like a guru suffers. So please don't make your gurus like a suffer, unless and until you are very convinced that like with the this Krishna conscious philosophy, and like you are able to like follow the regulative principles, like then you shouldn't apply for the initiation, because like you don't have like it will like we are offending our spiritual master in that way. So like we don't have to think that they are suffering, they are at a spiritual plane. Like even you can see like my Guru Maharaj, like even he like on the bodily platform, like you may think like, oh, he has that like a 2 organ transplantation, and like he has having the skin cancer and many diseases. But like you can see like how like he's a preaching, like how he's a preaching, and like he was also doing the like exercise, so that like he can maintain his body and like can engage this body in a Krishna service. So like we can see like how enthusiastic he is, and like he is also distributing Krishna. Okay, and I heard the very good line, like when you give Krishna, you get the Krishna. When you distribute the book, when you pre-reach the Krishna consciousness, then Krishna become very happy, and like he start guiding you through in his like in our heart. Okay, So when we give Krishna, you get the Krishna. So like even this attitude we also seen in a Prabhupada like in the last time, like he also do again the world tour for to thanking all the devotees for spreading the Krishna consciousness and fulfilling the mission of his guru. Okay, so it's not we cannot see the pure devotees on the bodily platform, and we cannot judge on their body. They having the spiritual body. If we think that they were having the material body and they are ordinary people, we are offending them. Okay, so we don't have to comment on their bodily qualities. Okay, and the analogy, Prabhupada used this analogy multiple times. Okay, like in the rainy season, we can see the Ganges, like they are so muddy, and so people will say, oh, the water is so dirty, I'm not going to take a bath in this water. But a pure devotees and who has the intelligence, they will say, okay, even it looks muddy, but Ganges has the same power to purify me. So without hesitation, they drink that water and they take the deep in the Ganges water. So pure devotees, you may seem some bodily bodily disformities, or there will be some problems with the body, but they are as pure as a Ganges. And even in a Canto 1 chapter 1, Srila Prabhupada, there is one shloka, it states that like you when you take the deep in a Ganges water, it requires time to purification. You require to take the deep multiple times. But when you associate with the pure devotees, simply by one blessing of him, you get the purify. To get the purification of a Ganges, it is possible only after a prolonged use. But at once, you can get you can become purified by simply by the taking association with the pure devotees. And taking association means not just simply sit in front of them. Association means we have to follow their instruction. That is association. So yes, today is a Gita Jayanti. Even if you take the one shloka, whatever shloka you like, you have to take the one shloka and you have to follow that instruction entire year, and even to the entire life. Okay, so yes, knowledge is available, but it will we have to apply that knowledge in our life. Okay, so Hare Krishna Prabhuji, who wants to read the purport? Hare Krishna,
Okay.
Buddhimanitam Prabhu.
I'm waiting for that.
Yes, Satyanarayan Prabhu.
Okay. Shuddha Bhakti, the activity of the soul proper, in other words, engagement in the transcendental loving service of the Lord, is performed in a liberated condition. In Bhagavad Gita 14.26, it is stated, Mamkayo Vyavikarane Bhakti Yogeda Sevete Sa Gunan Samatik Yaita Brahma Bhuya Kalpate. One who engages in full devotional service, who does not fall down in any circumstances, uh, at once transcends the modes of material nature and thus comes to the level of Brahman. Apya Vikarani Bhakti means unalloyed devotion. A person engaged in devotional service must be free from material motives. In this Krishna conscious moment, one's consciousness must be changed. If the consciousness is aimed towards material enjoyment, it is material consciousness. If it is aimed towards serving Krishna, it is Krishna consciousness. A surrendered soul serves Krishna without a material consideration. Anya Bila Sitasumyam. Jnana Karmani Anarvittam. Unalloyed devotional service, which is transcendental to the activities of the body and the mind, such as jnana, mental speculation, and the karma, fruitive work, is called Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is the proper activity of the soul, and when one actually engages in unalloyed and uncontaminated devotional service, he is already liberated. Sagunan Samatityaita. Krishna devotee is not subjected to material conditions, even though his bodily features may appear materially conditioned. One should therefore not see a pure devotee from a materialistic point of view. Unless one is actually a devotee, he cannot see another devotee perfectly. As explained in the previous verse, there are three types of devotees: Kanishta Adhikari, Madhyama Adhikari, and Uttama Adhikari. The Kanishta Adhikari cannot distinguish between a devotee and a non-devotee. He is simply concerned with the worshipping deity in the temple. The Madhya Adhikari, however, can distinguish between the devotee and the non-devotee, as well as the devotee and the Lord. Thus, he treats the Supreme Personality of the Godhead, the devotee and the non-devotee, in different ways. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. So, yes, here, in the Bhagavad Gita, like Prabhupada is referring the verse from the Bhagavad Gita. They tell us that the one who is engaged in a full devotional service, who does not fall down in any circumstances, at once transcend the modes of a material nature, and thus comes to the level of a Brahman. So, like Krishna is giving us assurance again and again, please take the devotional service very seriously, and please surrender to me, and he is going to take care of you now. Here it is saying, if you take the devotional service, then there is no fall down in any circumstances. If you chant the 16 round, if you follow the four regulative principle, and if you stay in the protection of a devotees, then there will be no fall down. Okay. So we can also able to transcend the mode of a material nature, because we also see in this pure devotional service, it's about the modes of a nature. Okay. And Prabhupada is referring here, Avyabhicharini bhakti means unalloyed devotion. What is the unalloyed devotion? Means it is not mixed with anything, and it must be free from the material motives. Okay. And what Prabhupada is saying here, in a Krishna consciousness movement, one consciousness must be changed. So even you are staying in a ISKCON for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 50 years, but your consciousness is not changed from the material consciousness to the Krishna consciousness, from the bodily conception to the a soul consciousness, then you are simply wasted your time. Okay. So our consciousness must be changed, and every day we are coming, every day we are hearing the Srila Prabhupada books. So every day we should be convinced more and more that I have to follow this process, and we should be convinced that okay, what is my goal of life, and I have to go back to the Godhead, and I have to fulfill the mission of my spiritual master, and I should assist in a mission of a Lord. Okay. So in this month, there is a Gita, there is book marathon, no? This is a good opportunity. You can if it's not possible for you to go out and distribute books, then at least you can donate the books also. Okay. Even the one small book you can donate, you can donate some even some amount, and in a form of a book. Okay. So Krishna, so if consciousness is aimed toward the material enjoyment, the material it is the material consciousness, and if it aim towards the Krishna, then it is a Krishna consciousness. So whatever activities we are doing, when Krishna is the not center of that activities, then they all are considered as the material activities. And when Krishna becomes center, okay, I'm cooking, I'm cooking for Krishna. Okay, I'm working for Krishna. Then everything becomes spiritual. Okay. And this verse is from the Nectar of Devotion, the Anya Bhilasha Shunyam Jnana Karma Anavritam. That devotion, or that unallowed devotional service, which is a transcendental to all the activities of the body, mind, and it is free from the jnana. It's a mental speculation, and free from the karma, that is fruitive activities. This is called as a pure bhakti. Okay. So we don't Krishna is not pleased by the Gyan Mishrit Bhakti, that you are becoming scholar, and you are doing some mental speculation on the scriptures. Krishna is not pleased with this Jnana Mishra Bhakti, and Krishna is also not pleased with the Karma Mishrit Bhakti. You are rendering service so that you will get some material benefit from which you can do your sense gratification. So Krishna want unalloyed devotional service, the pure devotion service. Okay. So unalloyed devotional service means uncontaminated devotional service, and devotional service can be contaminated by the by this mental speculation and by fruitive work. Okay. So unless like unless one is a devotee, he cannot appreciate another devotee perfectly, and he cannot see the another devotee. As a Nama Prabhuji give the example, unless you lift the 100 kg, then you are not going to appreciate someone is someone is lifting the 1000 kg. Okay, so like you have to practice the principles, then like you will come to know how difficult it is to distribute the books, or how difficult it is to build the temple, and how difficult it is to pre-reach, and how Prabhupada has done it. Okay, done it so wonderfully. So in the previous shloka, we seen that difference between the Kanishta Adhikari, who only worship the deities, but he don't know how to treat the devotees. Okay, the Madhyama Adhikari, he can differentiate between the devotees, non-devotees, and he also knows about the Krishna. And the Uttama Adhikari, he is the pure devotee of the Lord. Okay, he is always engaged in spreading Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna, Vinod Prabhu, you can read. Hare Krishna, Vinod Prabhu, you are unmute. Okay, Hare Krishna, anyone wants to read? Muttamanikam Prabhu.
Hello, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Starting from no one should.
Yes.
Hare Krishna. No one should criticize the bodily defects of a pure devotee. If there are such defects, they should be overlooked. What should be taken into account is the spiritual master's main business, which is devotional service. Pure service to the Supreme Lord, as stated in Bhagavad Gita 9.30. Api chet suduracharo bhajate mam ananyabhak sadur eva sa mantavya samyag vayosatito sa isa. Even if a devotee sometimes seems to engage in abominable activities, he should be considered a sadhu, a saintly person, because his actual identity is that of one engaged in loving service of the God, love the Lord. In other words, he is not to be considered as an ordinary human being.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. So yes,
you.
From this, we can see that we shouldn't criticize the bodily defects of a pure devotees. Okay, and at sometimes a pure devotees is doing some activities, you may think these are so material, and why they are doing this. We cannot understand what is their intention behind that. So we shouldn't try to mentally speculate or judge the activities of the pure devotees. Okay, and even Krishna is saying, if someone is engaged in abnormal activities, one should consider him a sadhu or a saintly person, and his actual identity that he is engaged in a loving service of a Lord. So you don't have to take this verse in another way, because this is for the pure devotees, not for us. Okay, so Hare Krishna, everyone. Today we will end here. वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय. So today is a Gita Jayanti. You can chant more, and because there is this is a monthly sale na. On Ekadashi, Krishna is very happy. This tithi is known as a Madhav tithi. So whatever rounds you chant, it get multiply by 100 rounds. Okay. So and today is a Gita Jayanti, so this is very auspicious day to read the Bhagavad Gita. So Gita is so auspicious. When you read the Bhagavad Gita every day become auspicious. So but today we can take the benefit, and we can go through the translation. Even if you are not able to go through all the translation, at least try to read the one chapter. Even if you are not able to read the one chapter, then at least read the one shloka and one purport, and try to follow that purport in your life. Okay, so Hare Krishna everyone. Happy Krishna conscious Ekadashi. Happy Krishna conscious day.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Happy
Hare Krishna
Ekadashi.
Mataji.
So winter is going on, so everyone is taking blanket and everyone is sleeping.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Class should be interactive. Everyone should speak. Okay.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
Oh
Krishna.
Prabhu, you are also sleeping. I ask you to read and you are
नहीं नहीं
not
नहीं
even
नहीं
muting.
माता जी, नो स्लीप. मैं स्टार्ट कर
Hari
रहा
bol.
था, इतने में स्टार्ट हो गया दूसरे ने, तो आई स्टॉप.
Hari bol.
Sorry.
No issues, Prabhu. You can read tomorrow. Okay. Hare Krishna.
ओके, नो प्रॉब्लम. हरे कृष्णा माता जी.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, everyone.